Howdy everybody, Little Big Robot's back with another video. This time it's about a robot. Surprised, huh? Surprised that I would talk about a robot on my channel. This is another kit from Gundam Breaker Battlogue. Gundam Ground Urban type Combat Type. HG 1144 scale. So in case you wonder what the scale it is, 1 in 144 scale. This is from the series Gundam Breaker Battlogue, which is a mini-series over on, just search for Gundam.info on YouTube, and you can watch all 6 episodes at once. I'm not going to explain it all like I do with everything, but to make a long story short, this is a series where kids play, they build their Gundam, they scan them in, and they fight their Gundam in a virtual world, an actual VR world where they exist and stuff. So it's a fun, really fun. This is part of the entire Build Universe series that I collect from about, I think it started in 2015, something like that. And it's gone through different iterations, and now it's this really fancy one. This particular kit is, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know, skip this part or go watch and come back. This particular kit is an evil person. It's basically the evil guy creates a bunch of AI controlled kits in the world, so they're just virtual, they're not built somewhere, I guess, and they attack our heroes, and it's a really fun little minute. Each episode's only like 8 minutes, but you should check it out. Now, I didn't put the stickers on right now yet. I thought it'd be fun to show kind of how I excuse me, how I add stickers to kits. There are quite a few, but I actually really enjoy stickers these days. Stickers are not what they used to be. They're really high quality. Usually, they can be thin enough. If you don't plan on painting and stuff, they're just a really kind of a fun little way to add a little bit of zest to your kit. And I like that they kind of, when you add the stickers, they look a bit like a toy from the 80s, an actual toy, because they always had stickers on them. So I kind of like that. This was a really interesting build. It went fast, and as usual with my builds, I didn't do anything fancy. Well, not as usual. My new policy is that I don't do anything fancy on them. What I'm doing now is I'm literally just snapping them apart using my nippers, snap and shoot, and put them together. If it's a really egregious or really large nub mark, I go ahead and cut it off. But so you're going to be seeing nub marks all over the kit. Do you want, if you don't want that to happen, you can change how you build it. Take your time. For me, I've got like 40 things to go through in my backlog, so I'm really just building them quickly. But I also kind of enjoy to show that even with the nub marks, the kits nowadays, they look really good. There's nothing that, even on a dark kit, which is really bad for nub marks show up really easily on these kits. It's a really cool looking kit. This backpack thing is amazing. I'll talk more about that. But basically, just to kind of get to it, what I do is I use a small pair of tweezers like this. This is going to be kind of, in case some of you don't know, most of you probably do. But what I tend to do is you get the sticker you want, you bend it up like that. So you've got to be careful because you don't want to bend it all. And then as it starts to bend, you grab it with these. I'm trying to do this with the phone, so excuse me. You peel it off and you let it dangle. Just let it dangle. Find the location you're at. You're wanting, let's say this one goes around his leg, and don't just lay it down. Lay down an anchor point. So put a little small anchor point that, say, is right there. You lay that and just hold that little part down, or adhere it with your thumb, and then slowly, as you wrap it around, still don't lay it down really tight. You have to consider stickers, once they're stuck, sometimes they can be really hard to get off. These should be able to be replaced a couple times, but don't just slap them on there like that, because to really get them to look good, which once you have them on there, they do look good. And so like that knee one, for example, you just want to be careful about if you do it slowly, they'll come out really nice. And use your really good fine pair of tweezers. These are actually a little bit bent. I don't know if you can see that. But like I said, what I do is you just take one end, you peel it off slowly and let it dangle. Hold that, and you just really slowly. Don't just slap it down. And by all means, don't put it on there and just go automatically. Put it on there very lightly if you have to, and then you can go ahead and compress it down once you know it's in a good place. Because stickers are great. I really enjoy them. If you're not planning on painting, like I was saying, that you get some really neat effects with stickers these days. So Just do them right and you'll be happy. Get you a good pair of tweezers. These are really inexpensive. I got a whole pack of them. Going through some of the little accessories, I was really kind of blown away with some of these different little parts they had. This is a little standing shield, so I guess he could snipe from behind it or stand from behind it or whatever, but I just thought that was a neat little, I mean, the details in these kits now, even just these, I don't want to say generic, but basic kits like the ones that come from Build Fighters, Build Divers, but especially, you know, Battlogue, the new one, they just have so many cool little parts now because they're able to put so many details into each little part. So you can stand your little shield, that can of course go on his arm. You get, I'm not a weapons guy, as everybody knows, but the ones they gave with this kit, I have to say, are really cool. All the parts come, like the clips come out. This, you can take them apart and do different things with it. You have this really cool little gun, but then you have the stock that folds out. I mean, one thing I noticed, this might be different, correct me if I'm wrong, but now they're doing these handles that are really just straight. They're not trying to do crazy ones where you have to take the hand apart to get it in there. You can just put it in there now. See, and it just snaps right in. So they just do little tweaks like that, and they just help, just quality of life stuff that just really helps. So they have that. They have a little handle here. So if you're into weapons, which again, it's not my bag, baby, but you get some really good ones with this, and you can also take these apart pretty easily. There's like a different barrel lengths and stuff, so you've got some flexibility in there if you want to mess with that. The kit itself is about as posable as any modern HG kit, which is to say super duper posable. You can do whatever you want practically with it. There's no crazy legs. The build's not really surprising. It's not going to give you, you're not going to necessarily be like, oh, this is amazing how they did this. It's kind of, like I said, a little bit generic, but generic nowadays is really good. So you won't be dissatisfied. I like how his connectors here are recessed into his arm. So anything you connect there, you could use other parts from other kits in this line. It just looks nice and flush. But this is, of course, I think the part that everybody really is excited about, and that's this simple backpack. What I like about it is, let me see if I get this right, because I don't want to hurt it. This part folds down and you can pop it out, but inside it you can hide. Let me see if I get this right here through the camera. You can disassemble the gun, and I'll show you. I didn't want to disassemble the gun here on, you know, mess it up or break it or whatever. But you basically stow the disassembled gun inside the backpack, which is cool to me, but I'm not really sure why. Let's see, this is additional armament for operations that involve prolonged combat. It allows the Gundam to carry weapons, including firearms, as well as various supplies. So my question is do you put the stuff in there, and in the field, does it like, how does the Gundam get it off his bag? His back, I'm sorry? You know, it's also got a little bit of a jetpacky thing going on there. But even regardless of that, it has this neat ability to, let me see if I can do it without breaking it here. You can fold it up. So it reduces down quite a bit. But again, as with the main gimmick of this line, of this new Battlogue series, is they're really trying to get it to where you can, almost like 30 minutes missions, can cleanly swap parts, exchange parts with other kits. And I'm going to see if I can do this without breaking it. You know how I break things on camera all the time. There we go. So you get just the backpack. But even just a backpack, if you used it on something else, again, if it didn't fit if you say you have an older kit and you want to use this on it, you can just shave those off and glue it if you have to. But it has this cool little foils or whatever you call those there, and then it folds up, and then I like this little part, it folds down, and then the backpack, the box, pops right in there. But it's cool, the box actually has kind of a backup plug system, if that makes sense. So you're not just, it's not literally just sitting in there, it's actually held in there pretty nice. So this part alone is almost, the kit's almost worth it. Just for, I love this kind of thing where you could, what I would really like to see is have it, you could have it open and have it like a little drone or something in there, similar to the 1-in-144 from Build Divers. I'd have to show a picture of it here because I'm completely blanking on its name for some reason. The Grimoire Red Beret had a backpack with literally little drones that pop out. So you could see that you could add whatever you want in this. You got to make sure it snaps together pretty well. Again, I didn't trim off the nub marks, so that might be why. But you could just add whatever you want in there. You could add an extra little ship, or you could even add, what I really like to add, I think it'd be fun, is like a little living area even, because I always have that kind of fantasy of people kind of living, like almost like a walking RV. It's kind of neat little living area, or really anything. So you can just, that part alone is just a really neat little addition to the kit. The kit itself is, I like it's kind of a chocolate gray kind of color. It's got a, oops, and I just broke it. It's got a lot of neat flexibility in it, but it's not going to like blow you away in its flexibility, just because we're so used to this flexibility now. It just does what an HG kit will do. The face was, this is going to teach me a lesson. I was building this in bed the other night, just messing around, and I didn't have proper lighting. Even though I was going fast, I snapped off the lower chin part, and so I had to glue it, and then I got glue. Let's see if I can get this to focus. I got glue on the face, and it melted a bit, because you can use like this little bit of glue here, and it kind of messed the face up, but still very cool. I love the design and stuff like that. I love the fact that it has, I guess it's really more of a package deal. By itself, it's not that impressive, but with this thing on it, and even though I'm not a big gun dude, with this big, sniper type thing on it, I just think it's a really wonderful little kit. So far, I've really enjoyed these Battlogue kits. If you haven't gotten any of them, you should be able to find them pretty widespread now. For a while, they were only at Target, which was kind of ridiculous. People were getting really angry with going to Targets and not finding them anywhere. But I found all of them at my local hobby town, and I think I bought all 8 or 10 of them, whatever, minus 1 or 2 because I already had them. But I bought all of them at one time, just got them all done. So now I have the entire series. I'm completely caught up to the build kind of universe series. I just got to get old ones now and fill in the blanks. So really, really good kit, a lot of fun. It's what you expect. Be careful with the stickers, but I'm going to put them on mine. I actually really enjoy stickers when I'm not going to paint the model kit, because they really do add a lot. Other than that, even just without the stickers like mine now, it looks really cool. It would look even cooler with a little bit of a weathering, chipping, stuff like that. Really, really neat kit. Lots of cool details. Enjoy, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.